Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Surgeon Facts, where history comes alive with a twist of humor and a dash of veteran insights. In today's episode, we're diving into a story so strange, it makes fiction look boring. Ever heard of a disease that makes you dance until you drop? Buckle up as we explore the bizarre and almost unbelievable dancing plague of 1518. Remember, if you enjoy our content, smash that like button, subscribe for more, and let's march into history's weirdest pages. Fact #1. The dance begins in July 1518. Picture this: Strasbourg, July 1518. A woman named Frau Trophy steps outside and starts dancing. No music, no reason, just non-stop dancing. This isn't your average dance marathon. It's the beginning of one of history's most peculiar epidemics. Imagine a medieval flash mob, but with no flash and certainly no mob rule. This lady danced for days, and if you think that's a neat way to lose those extra pounds, think again. This was no Zumba class. It was a dance with danger. Fact #2. From 1 to 400, Frau Trophy's solo performance soon turned into a mass event. Within a week, 34 more joined in, and by the end of the month, around 400 people were dancing in the streets of Strasbourg. It was like a medieval rave without the DJ or the neon lights. People danced for days without rest, and it wasn't long before this dance-a-thon took a dark turn. Fatigue, heart attacks, and even deaths were reported. Talk about taking dance till you drop, literally. Fact #3. A case of choreomania. This event is often described as a case of choreomania, a fancy term for the compulsion to dance. Back then, they didn't have TikTok or dance challenges. They had choreomania epidemics. Scientists and historians are still scratching their heads over this one. Was it mass hysteria, a spiritual experience, or maybe just a really long conga line gone out of control? Whatever it was, it sure beats any dance challenge we see today. Fact #4. No medical explanation. Despite modern research, there's still no concrete medical explanation for the dancing plague. Some theories suggest ergot poisoning, which can cause hallucinations and convulsions, while others point to stress-induced mass psychogenic illness. Basically, it's as if their Spotify playlists got stuck on an endless loop of dance tracks. The truth might remain as elusive as a good beat in a bad song. Fact #5. Superstitious solutions. The solutions offered in 1518 were, let's just say, less than scientific. Local authorities believed it was a curse sent by an angry saint and suggested more dancing to ward off divine wrath. Yep, you heard that right. Their solution to stop dancing was more dancing. It's like fighting fire with fire, but with worse choreography. They even hired musicians and built a stage. Talk about a misunderstanding of the phrase, dance it off. Fact #6. No known survivors. Here's a grim twist. Records suggest that none of the dancers survived. That's right, this wasn't a dance competition. It was a dance of doom. Imagine a dance floor where the only way to leave is in a wooden box. It's like the medieval version of a horror movie, only the monster is your own 2 feet. Fact #7. A unique event in history. The dancing plague of 1518 stands unique in history. There's been nothing quite like it before or since. It's like nature decided to throw a curveball at humanity, a dancing curveball. It's one of those events that, if it didn't actually happen, you'd think it was a tall tale told by a bored historian. Fact #8. The power of the mind. This event showcases the incredible, and sometimes terrifying, power of the human mind. If stress or belief can make hundreds of people dance uncontrollably, what else can it do? It's a reminder that sometimes the real battlefield is between our ears. Fact #9. The mystery lives on. Even after hundreds of years, the dancing plague of 1518 remains a mystery. It's a historical whodunit without a clear culprit. Was it divine intervention, a medical anomaly, or just human nature running wild? The only thing for sure is that it keeps historians and scientists on their toes. Pun intended. Fact #10. Lessons from the past. What can we learn from the dancing plague? Maybe it's that sometimes life throws inexplicable events our way. Or perhaps it's a reminder to take a break before you literally can't stop. Either way, it's a piece of history that shows the past can be just as strange, if not stranger, than fiction. Fact #11. Strasburg's stressful times. The dancing plague occurred during a period of immense hardship for Strasbourg. Famine, disease, and spiritual despair were rampant. It's like the universe was piling on just to see how much they could take. This context is important. It wasn't just random dancing. It was a dance born from a cocktail of suffering and stress. Imagine trying to river dance while life keeps throwing lemons at you. Fact #12. The role of superstition. Superstition played a big role in how authorities handled the plague. They consulted astrologers and physicians alike, but with a heavy lean on the mystical side. It's like calling Ghostbusters for a plumbing problem. This approach, while common at the time, likely made matters worse, proving that a little knowledge can be a dangerous thing. Fact #13. The end of the dancing. How did the dancing stop? Well, after realizing that more dancing wasn't the solution, shocker, the authorities took a different approach. They banned music and dancing in public and took the afflicted to a mountaintop shrine to pray for relief. It's a bit like a timeout, but with more praying and less dancing. Fact #14. Impact on popular culture. The dancing plague has inspired various works in popular culture, from novels to music to theater. It's like the 16th century version of going viral. This story has been retold and reimagined in countless ways, proving that a good, or in this case, bizarre, story never really dies. Fact #15. The human condition. At its core, the dancing plague is a testament to the complexities of the human condition. It's a reminder that under the right circumstances, people can behave in the most extraordinary ways. It's a mix of resilience, desperation, and maybe a touch of madness, all the ingredients for a uniquely human experience. Fact #16. No record of individual fates. Interestingly, there are no detailed records of individual fates of the dancers. History tells us about the event, but not about the people. It's like a group photo where everyone's face is blurred. These were real people with real lives, yet all we remember is their final dance. It's a sobering reminder of how history can sometimes overlook individual stories in favor of the bigger picture. Fact #17. Influence on medical theory. The dancing plague has influenced medical theories about mass psychogenic illness, a phenomenon where physical symptoms with no known medical cause are observed in a group of people. It's like the placebo effect's evil twin. This event serves as a classic study case, showing that sometimes the mind really can make the body dance to its tune. Fact #18. Religious and cultural significance. At the time, people saw the dancing plague as a spiritual or religious event. Some thought it was a curse, others saw it as divine judgment. It's like the universe sent a cryptic message, and everyone was trying to decode it. This aspect highlights the deep interplay between cultural beliefs and societal reactions to unexplained phenomena. Fact #19. The forgotten plague. Despite its dramatic nature, the dancing plague isn't as well known as other historical events. It's like history's version of an indie film that only a few have seen, but is a cult classic. This obscurity speaks volumes about what we choose to remember and what fades into the backdrop of history. Fact number 20. A window into the past. The dancing plague offers a unique window into life in the 16th century. It shows us how people reacted to unexplainable events, the role of religion and superstition, and the hardships they faced. It's like a time capsule, but instead of artifacts, it's filled with questions and mysteries. Fact #21. The role of media in 1518. Believe it or not, the media played a role even in 1518. News of the dancing spread through pamphlets and word of mouth, creating a medieval version of going viral. It's like the 16th century Twitter, but with paper and ink. This early form of media hype shows how news has always had the power to shape public perception and reaction. Fact #22. Known Epidemics. Since the dancing plague of 1518, there have been no similar widespread dancing epidemics. It's a one-hit wonder in the annals of bizarre historical events. It's as if history tried something outrageous, saw the results, and said, let's never do that again. Fact #23. The psychological angle. Modern psychologists have a field day with the dancing plague, analyzing it through various lenses like mass hysteria, social influence, and stress response. It's like a puzzle that keeps on giving new insights into human behavior. Every theory adds a piece to the enigmatic dance of the human psyche. Fact #24. Reflection on human resilience. Amidst its strangeness, the dancing plague is a reflection of human resilience. People faced with immense stress and hardship found an outlet, albeit a tragic one. It's a testament to the human spirit's ability to endure, even in the most bizarre ways. Fact #25. The timeless fascination. Today, the dancing plague continues to fascinate scholars, artists, and the general public. Its mix of mystery, tragedy, and surrealism makes it an enduring topic of interest. It's like a legend that refuses to fade away, dancing through the corridors of time. And that wraps up our bizarre but captivating journey through the dancing plague of 1518. As always, thank you for marching along with me, Surgeon Facts, through the intriguing and often unexpected paths of history. If you enjoyed this historical deep dive, make sure to hit that like button, share with fellow history buffs, and subscribe for more adventures in the annals of the past. Remember, history is not just a record of events. It's a source of endless stories, lessons, and inspiration. Keep your boots laced and your curiosity sharp. Until our next historical expedition, stay informed, stay amused, and keep marching forward with knowledge and a sense of humor. Dismissed.